Hi guys, today we're reacting to when movie bloopers were better than the script.
I know you have found something. A sense of peace. Okay, now you are going too far now.
In Silk Stockings, during the Ritz rock and roll number, Fred Astaire's hat fell off by accident during his dance. Being experienced, he quickly turned it into part of the routine, finishing by crushing the hat.
Nice!
In Tommy Boy, when Tommy asks David Spade's character if the shirt he was wearing made him look fat, to which he responds with a line that was completely unscripted.
Hey, does this suit make me look fat?
No. Your face does.
In Thor, The Dark World, there's a hilarious moment when Thor casually hangs his hammer on a coat rack after entering an apartment. Initially improvised as a joke during filming, the filmmakers loved it so much they decided to keep it in the movie.
How does it even hold there?
In Thunderball, during the parade chase, a stray dog walked into the scene and took a pee. The director decided not to reshoot the scene and left it in.
No way.
In Fight Club, a space monkey catches a beer after missing it several times. When he finally does, he almost smiles, and they kept that take in the movie.
I'm so happy.
In Raising Cain, a 4-minute uncut tracking shot follows the actors as they walk from a balcony to a basement. You can see that Frances Sternhagen takes 2 wrong turns, but her fellow actors correct her each time. She walks straight instead of turning with the other 2. It was a blooper they kept in the film because she had trouble remembering the monologue and the directions of the path at the same time.
That's actually funny.
In How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the scene where the Grinch directs his dog Max was Jim Carrey poking fun at director Ron Howard by imitating his style. Howard thought it was so funny that he kept it in the movie.
Brilliant! You reject your own nose because it represents the glitter of commercialism. Why didn't I think of that?
While not technically a blooper, it perfectly captures the film's spontaneous humor. The scene in Doctor Strange where Christine is scared by a mop falling over after being exposed to all of Doctor Strange's new magic wasn't planned. Rachel McAdams was just supposed to walk out of frame dumbfounded, but the mop just happened to fall over, scaring her.
It's perfect.
In Jurassic Park, there's a scene where Lex Murphy is eating Jell-O and then stops midway because she sees a raptor. She was actually supposed to say something, but Ariana Richards forgot her line, and director Steven Spielberg decided that the look on her face was so perfect, he kept it in. In Battlestar Galactica, Commander Adama goes on a rampage inside his quarters after learning the truth about his son's death. Instead of following the script, the actor improvised and started smashing things. One of the items he destroyed was an intricate model of an ancient sailing ship, which was actually a valuable museum piece on loan to the show, worth $200,000. In The Outsiders, when Johnny and Ponyboy are hiding out in the church, there's a moment when a crew member accidentally steps through a rotting board, causing a loud crash. Thomas Howell, playing Ponyboy, quickly ad-libs an unscripted line.
There's a monster outside.
In The Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers, Karl Urban's sword accidentally falls out of its sheath as he mounts his horse.
Oh.
He didn't notice and kept acting, which might explain why he uses a spear later in the movie.
Oh,
In Dirty Dancing, the playful scene where Baby and Johnny lip-sync to Love is Strange wasn't in the script. It started as a warm-up exercise for Jennifer Grey and Patrick Swayze, but the director secretly began filming. The actors stayed in character, creating one of the film's most iconic moments purely by chance. In Black Panther, Chadwick Boseman was hilariously interrupted by a goat on set, though the moment didn't make the final cut.
I know you have found something. A sense of peace. Okay, now you are going too far now.
In Pet Sematary, actor Louis Creed accidentally hit his face hard on the corner of an end table after a dream sequence, nearly injuring his eye. The moment was completely unscripted. In Mr. and Mrs. Smith, there's a funny moment where Brad Pitt, while chasing Angelina Jolie, was supposed to run through a fence and shoot at her car. However, he accidentally tripped through the fence instead. The cast turned it into a joke, and the gunshot was added later in post-production. In MASH, Sally Kellerman's character, Hot Lips, is pranked when the doctors and some nurses drop the wall of her shower tent, exposing her while she's mid-shower. Originally, this was meant to be Kellerman's second-to-last scene, as the script had Hot Lips leaving after this incident. However, in the scene where Hot Lips goes to complain to Colonel Blake, she is supposed to angrily threaten to resign. Instead of storming off as planned, Kellerman paused and quietly moaned,
"My commission! My commission! My commission!"
The director decided that this made Hot Lips much more human, and her character was not only kept on for the rest of the film, she was given an actual character development.
This movie!
In E.T. the Extraterrestrial, Elliot's mom, played by Dee Wallace, opens the refrigerator door and accidentally knocks E.T. onto his back, unaware of his presence in the kitchen.
Here he is!
Here's who?
Man from the roof, but I think you killed him already.
The fall wasn't planned. The idea was just for her to open the door and block his view, but she opened it too wide and knocked the puppet over. The unexpected mishap was so funny that it stayed in the film. In the original Blade Runner, Daryl Hannah slips while running away from William Sanderson and smashes her elbow through a car window. The slip and window were real, but Hannah acted through it, and director Ridley Scott left the scene as is. In Weird Science, Robert Downey Jr. plays a high school bully who, along with Robert Russler, dumps a red Slurpee on the main characters at the mall. The Slurpee part was planned, but the handshake between Ian and Max afterward was made up on the spot. In The Graduate, the famous ending with Benjamin and Elaine running off together was meant to show them laughing on a bus. However, due to exhaustion and director Mike Nichols' urgent demands, they didn't quite hit the comedic tone. Instead, Dustin Hoffman and Catherine Ross's faces showed growing terror, which ended up being perfect for the scene. In The Avengers, RDJ's humor led to a big change in the post-credits scene. Originally, it was meant to feature Tony Stark giving a heartfelt speech after the Battle of New York. Instead, Downey improvised a line about trying shawarma.
You ever tried shawarma? There's a shawarma joint about 2 blocks from here. I don't know what it is, but I want to try it.
The producers loved it so much that they added a new scene of the Avengers quietly eating shawarma after the battle.
Yep. That's amazing.
In Home Alone, there's a scene where Kevin
because
visits Santa.
I think there was like a picture of them actually eating, and they just added it as a joke also in the movie.
And when Santa gets in his car, it unexpectedly stalls. This wasn't part of the script, as he was just supposed to drive off. However, the actor stayed in character, making the moment feel natural and fitting for the scene. In It's a Wonderful Life, in the wedding day sequence where George and Mary's honeymoon is put on hold to stop a run on the bank, there's a great moment of improvisation from Stewart. When Ms. Davis approaches the desk and asks for $17.50 instead of the scripted $17, a change director, Frank Capra, secretly instructed. Surprised, Jimmy Stewart improvised by kissing her on the cheek.
All right, Miss Davis.
Could I have $17.50?
Bless your heart, of course you can have it. You got 50 cents? There we go.
He kissed her. That's cute, but also kinda in today's age will be a harassment. you know how it is. The vibe of these old movies, so different and so much better. Legit.
You were a summer and after